With her piercing blue eyes and a smile that seemed untouched by time, Lynda Carter captured the hearts of millions across the globe. But behind the iconic Wonder Woman image and the public adoration, there existed a private life filled with longing, sacrifice, and silent battles few ever glimpsed. Lynda loved deeply, yet the love she craved for herself often eluded her. She once described her life as a beautiful castle with no windows, splendid from the outside but confining and lonely within. This is the story of the woman behind the legend, the untold journey that shaped Lynda Carter into the enduring icon we know today. Born on July 24, 1951 in the sun-soaked city of Phoenix, Arizona, Lynda Jean Carter emerged from a heritage of American, Mexican, and Irish roots, blending a striking beauty with a warmth that drew people in. As a child, she gravitated naturally toward the arts, performing in local clubs with rock bands and dreaming of a stage far larger than her hometown could offer. Her ambitions seemed playful, almost whimsical, but fate had already begun to sculpt a life that would demand courage, resilience, and self-discovery. Turning point came in 1972, almost on a whim, when Lynda entered the Miss World USA pageant. She was an unknown in the modeling world, with no agents, no formal training, and lingering doubts about whether she even met the era's exacting beauty standards. Yet, when she stepped onto the stage, her presence eclipsed those worries. Unlike the stiff, overly made-up contestants surrounding her, Lynda radiated authenticity. Her hair cascaded naturally, her eyes conveyed emotion, and her smile suggested confidence without arrogance. Reportedly, one judge even changed their vote at the last minute, captivated by her gaze. No one anticipated that this Arizona girl, unbacked by industry power, would walk away with the crown. But Lynda's choices after her win revealed her inner strength. She rejected offers for lingerie modeling and provocative campaigns that many expected of a beauty queen, declaring, "I don't want to be known for the dress I wear, but for the way I walk in it." In that simple statement lay a woman unwilling to be defined by the superficial and determined to chart her own path. Hollywood may have labeled her conservative, but Lynda saw a wider horizon, a stage not only for beauty but for storytelling, for creating a persona that reflected her inner convictions. By 1975, after a series of minor television roles, she auditioned for a project no one expected to become legendary, ABC's Wonder Woman. Even Lynda harbored doubts. She was not a trained actress, unfamiliar with stunt work, and Hollywood saw her primarily as a smiling pageant winner rather than a performer of depth. Yet the moment she donned the iconic costume, golden tiara, silver bracelets, and red, white, and blue power belt, she transformed. On screen, she wasn't just wearing Wonder Woman's uniform, she embodied her spirit, strong, fearless, and magnetic. Audiences responded immediately. Lynda Carter was no longer just a woman. She had become a symbol of empowerment, inspiring children and adults alike. Posters filled bedrooms, capes filled toy stores, and a cultural icon was cemented overnight. Yet behind the public adulation, shadows crept into her private world. Hollywood, notorious for objectifying women, struggled to recognize Lynda as a serious actor. Offers were limited, scripts shallow, and she was repeatedly pigeonholed into a single identity, Wonder Woman. In rare interviews, she candidly admitted, "I know I wasn't chosen for my acting skills. They picked me because I looked the best in that costume." The irony was painful. Adored worldwide for strength and independence on screen, yet trapped in the objectified gaze of the industry. Publicly, she smiled, waved, and charmed. Privately, she felt unseen, like the very statue of her on-screen alter ego, still admired but isolated. By the early 1980s, when Wonder Woman ended, many expected Lynda to seamlessly transition into a robust film career. Instead, opportunity dried up. Directors bypassed her, studios hesitated, and the world seemed to insist she remain forever as the superheroine she had portrayed. The fame that should have opened doors instead enclosed them, leaving Lynda to navigate the complexities of identity, artistry, and public expectation. In 1977, at the height of her fame, Lynda married Ron Samuels, a powerful talent agent. On the surface, it was Hollywood's golden match, a rising star paired with an industry mogul. But behind the glamorous veneer, the marriage was more about control than connection. Ron oversaw every facet of her life, scripts, appearances, wardrobe, even the way she answered questions in interviews. Linda later reflected, "I couldn't tell which choices were mine and which were his orders." There were no children, not by her choice but because the marriage left no room for genuine intimacy. Her personal life was curated for image, with physical perfection prioritized over emotional fulfillment. Even intimacy became transactional, each act more performance than passion. In her private writings, she confessed, "I felt like I was lying next to a man, thinking about contracts, not about me." 5 years later, the marriage ended, leaving no shared legacy but lessons etched deeply into her heart. Following the divorce, Linda retreated from the public eye, seeking solitude and a chance to reclaim her own life. It was during this period that she met Robert Altman, a financial attorney far removed from Hollywood's glare. He didn't need her fame, and she believed that for the first time she had discovered authentic love. Their marriage in 1984 brought children, stability, and a chance to step away from the relentless pressures of being Wonder Woman. For a time, Linda experienced the simple joys of domestic life, a home filled with laughter, ordinary routines, and the quiet dignity of being loved for herself, not her image. But peace was fragile. In 2002, Robert Altman became embroiled in a major financial scandal, facing federal investigation for alleged money laundering and complex banking transactions. Media scrutiny intensified, friends vanished, and headlines questioned her loyalty. Linda did not flee. Instead, she stood beside him through hearings and press conferences, stepping into a real-life role as protector and advocate. Once again, she became Wonder Woman, but now without superpowers or shield, only endurance, resilience, and a heart under relentless strain. Sources later revealed that during this period, she often broke down in private, crying alone until she required medical care. Yet publicly, she maintained composure, reassuring the world, "My husband is a good man. I believe in him." Engagement question. At this point in Linda Carter's life, she had sacrificed so much for love and family. Do you think loyalty in marriage should ever come at the cost of one's own identity? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to know what you think. The emotional toll of those years brought Linda to a breaking point. She struggled with depression and turned to alcohol to numb the pain, a glass to sleep, another to forget. Public appearances became rare, laughter scarce, and personal connections waned. By 2008, she recognized the peril of losing herself entirely and entered rehab, candidly admitting, "I love Robert, but I lost myself trying to hold on to him." This revelation shocked fans, revealing that even when love was real, it could demand unimaginable sacrifices, career opportunities deferred, personal freedom restricted, and part of her very spirit diminished. Linda Carter's story transcends her on-screen heroics. She is Wonder Woman in the fullest sense, a woman of courage who loved deeply, endured hardship silently, and emerged with her dignity intact. From a young girl performing in Phoenix clubs to a pageant winner navigating Hollywood's unforgiving gaze, from the glamorous icon facing career stagnation to a wife and mother confronting scandal and depression, Linda's journey reflects resilience, self-awareness, and unwavering perseverance. Even amidst the trials, she never lost her essence. Linda Carter embodies the reality that strength is not only measured by feats of physical prowess or public acclaim but by the ability to stand, recover, and redefine oneself in the aftermath of heartbreak, injustice, and loss. Her life teaches that vulnerability is not weakness. It is the quiet, uncelebrated foundation upon which true resilience is built. Today, Linda's legacy is multifaceted. She is remembered not only as the golden-haired Wonder Woman who inspired generations but as a woman who navigated fame, love, and heartbreak with grace. Her story reminds us that behind every icon, every admired public figure, lies a private life of trials, choices, and sacrifices that often go unseen. Linda's experiences resonate because they are profoundly human, an emblem of hope, courage, and the enduring power of reclaiming one's identity. From the girl in Arizona who followed a fleeting dream to a woman who faced the glare of Hollywood, endured controlling relationships, and stood unwavering beside loved ones during scandal, Linda Carter's life is a testament to resilience. She was never perfect, and she never claimed to be, yet it is precisely this imperfection, her vulnerabilities, her sacrifices, her quiet battles, that make her timeless. For anyone who has ever felt undervalued, overlooked, or bound by circumstances beyond their control, Linda's journey offers inspiration to love, endure, and rise again without losing oneself. This story is a reminder that true heroism exists not only in costumes and capes but in the everyday courage to stand for love, face hardship, and reclaim one's life against all odds. Lynda Carter's life is a living narrative of strength, authenticity, and the enduring human spirit. Her story deserves to be told, celebrated, and remembered, not just for the television legend she became, but for the remarkable woman she has always been.